Rolling blackouts cripple 75% of the state of Texas due to a blizzard. Now, this was called the Groundhog Day... Okay, no, that happened back in 2011. Last month, a slew of severe winter storms caused temperatures in Texas to drop below freezing. This led to all non-winterized electric equipment in Texas to fail, leading to 4.9 million people being without power. Except for El Paso. We should probably talk about this, like, how did this happen? What led to this happening? Why did this happen? Why didn't they get El Paso? Once answered, we'll move on to discuss how the same thing can actually happen to the entire country. I'm sorry? Back in the late 1800s, when Thomas Edison, who I could absolutely take in a fight, was building power plants around the state of New York, some started cropping up in Texas as well. This early development led to Texas being sort of a closed circuit when it came to early power substations, because none of their grids actually crossed state lines. So, 50 years later, whenever old Frankie D signed the Federal Power Act and established the FPC, Texas would seek to be independent from the FPC and their regulations. So Texas's power independence has only been violated a few times. Once in World War II, another time with Oklahoma, and then the third time with Mexico. Well, that was rather nice of them, actually. Not all of Texas is power independent, though. A lot of the northern quarter around Lubbock, as well as the counties that border Louisiana and Arkansas, they all belong to the out-of-state grid that's closest to them. Oh, and El Paso. You'll never get El Paso. So now that we have an old and unregulated power grid, let's just sprinkle on the fact that because of the winter weather, wholesale electricity prices rose from $50 to $9,000 per megawatt hour, which caused retail prices just to skyrocket. But hopefully, the same thing won't happen to, say, the whole country, right? Because power is such a basic commodity, and we've grown so used to being in our daily lives that it's almost required sometimes. And it's not like the American Society of Civil Engineers gave our entire country's power grid system a D+, which is passing, but those credits don't transfer, honey. You also shouldn't be concerned that our power grid has shown multiple instances of inefficiencies, such as how some states' utilities will actually pay wind farmers to shut their windmills off because the power grid can't contain all the power that the windmills generate. We will also try not to think about the fact that the number of significant power outages across the country have risen from 5 per year back in the 80s to about 300 in 2011. You want to hear about a significant power outage? Well, how about back in 2013 when this lone gunman called the Metcalf Sniper just sat up on a grassy knoll somewhere and just started shooting at a transformer near the Silicon Valley, causing power outages everywhere. They still haven't caught that guy. The U.S. Federal Energy Regulatory Commission released a only recently unclassified document stating, well, 30 out of the 55,000 U.S. substations are actually critical to grid operations. And only 9 of them need to go down for a catastrophic failure of the entire system. And I don't mean like Chicago goes dark for a day. I mean, the continental United States would experience a blackout that would last at the very least 18 months. But I guess in that case, Texas will be okay. El Paso won't, though. Fuck, this was supposed to be about politics, wasn't it?